Karen Charno, Saratoga Home Team and the Miranda Real Estate Group. I am here with Susan Cuda. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Karen. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm excited. Susan is the owner of Namaste Yoga in Franklin Square.
2 Franklin Square.
2 Franklin Square in Saratoga Springs. And Susan, we're going to discuss yoga in the office,
Yes.
which I think is very important. You've said that every 20 minutes you should move, get
Yes.
up. If you're seated, get up.
Yes.
Every 20 minutes. That seems like a lot, but when you really think about it, it's not really. So tell me about why every 20 minutes.
Well, every 20 minutes helps you get a little bit of circulation in your legs.
Okay.
And the other factor is there's fascia involved here. So fascia is the most innervated aspect of your body. And if you can get up every 20 minutes, you'll release that and continue a nice energetic flow in the body. So if you've ever felt stuck, like, oh my gosh, I've been sitting here way too long, that's one of the reasons. And the other big reason is your lymph system. So you'll move fluid through your body. And you want to move fluid through your body because it's wastes that are leaving. So that's the other special reason for doing it.
The other thing that we've talked about is that by doing that, at the end of the day, you're going to feel so much better.
You feel so much better. You'll notice a marked difference if you actually get up from the chair every 20 minutes. At the end of the day, you feel a lot more energetic. That sluggishness that sometimes you feel like you're waiting for 5 o'clock to come, and you know it seems like it's forever away, you'll feel so much better. And you'll also go home and you'll be less tempted to sit in front of the couch. You might even want to go for a walk.
And I know that we're in this position with keyboards and we're looking at monitors to give our eyes a little bit of a break, to give our hands, our shoulders, our neck. I mean, your entire body posture will change when you get up.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the points you mentioned about sitting in front of the monitor and the keyboard is depending on how you're sitting in the chair, you can actually be forward like this, and then your neck comes out like this, and that puts a lot of pressure on your low back. So getting up every 20 minutes, if you have that habit, really relieves that. It feels so much better. And then I'll show you some standing poses once you're up there. But before we even get to that part, I can show you some seated poses if you'd like.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yes, let's start
So we're going to push away
Okay.
and come forward a little bit on the chair, and then just make sure that your heels are right underneath you.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to move a little bit further away from you.
Okay.
All right. So all we're going to do here is just plant your feet and find that curve in your low spine.
Okay.
So you might have been compressing it this way, and now sit up nice and straight and tall. So what I'd like you to do is take your right hand to the chair. I'm going to mirror you so the audience can see that. And then
Okay.
inhale up, and then exhale over. So you're just stretching out the side body.
Okay, and I feel like I have a little tension in my shoulders, so you're trying to relax your shoulders?
Well, first we're going to warm both sides up a little
Okay.
bit. So inhale up and release. And now the other side. So just take your hand to the chair, inhale up and then exhale. So you're not really going very far, you're just stretching out that side body. So think of the rib cage as an accordion. Okay, one more breath. You want to hold it for about 3. So inhale and then slowly let that go. So grab opposite elbows and then just very gently roll your shoulders down and away.
So are you actually rolling your shoulders like this?
Yes, you can, or it depends. Sometimes we're forward like this, so this is just a really good place to start if you're really tight right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, then you begin to very, very gently just allow this part of your shoulder as well as the scapula and back. It's a big bone and it gently goes down towards the ribs. Otherwise, sometimes when we're working at the desk, it moves up towards the shoulder.
That feels good.
Yeah. So now we're just going to do a few shrugs. So when we stop and pause, we're allowing the fascia in the body to start to activate and release. And fascia releases a little faster than muscle does.
Okay.
Okay, so now take an inhale and you can just rest right here, or you can take the arms overhead. This might be a lot for some people, and if it is, release and just grab the wrist and allow the forearm to rest on the head. That will release the shoulder blade down the back. And the whole time you're sitting on your sit bones, you can feel them, and you can also feel your heels. So you don't want to be sitting too far forward, in other words.
So you're pretty much a 90-degree angle
Yes.
with your legs.
Yes,
and
thank you
your-
for clarifying that.
Okay.
That's perfect. All right, and then we're just simply going to switch. So remember, if you're comfortable with both elbows, that's great, but if you're not, just allow that forearm to rest on the head.
Oh, they both feel good though.
Yeah, and then remember here to let the shoulder blades roll down your back. So often we find that our shoulder blades are kind of stuck in a certain position, so it's going to take a few repetitions to let that go, and you're also going to be changing a habit.
And I know that I find that I have a tendency to hold tension in my shoulders, and I think that that's from my military days, is the way that we were taught to stand.
Yeah.
So some people may not have that, they may feel it someplace else within their body.
Well, if you work at a desk, chances are that's going to be one of your issues.
Okay.
So we're going to get up from the chair.
Okay.
And I know most of us feel like we know how to do it, but there's a better way, and you won't hurt your low back.
Okay,
So
let's-
just
let's
push
slide
back. Yep. And then you want to slide forward. Make sure that your heels are a little more underneath, just slightly behind your knees. Place your hands on your thighs, look up, press into the thighs, and rise up.
And is there a little bit, are you paying attention to arching your back a little bit?
Well, this method will prevent you from rounding or arching as long as you're pressing into your feet and you're putting your hands on your thighs and you're looking up. That's another key. Because
Okay.
if you tend to look down, then you round.
Okay, I'm gonna move my chair
Okay.
back.
So let's
so
show
that
you
we have
a few standing poses that we can do. And one great one I love is to just lift the knees and kind of work the muscles that have been sedentary while you
So
work.
shoulders probably relaxed.
Yep, and down
Focus
the
on
back.
that,
Mhm.
okay.
Right. So now we've already relaxed the shoulders with those previous exercises. So what I'd like to do next is just inhale the arms up and then exhale, bring palms into the chest, and you want to push your butt back so you're hinging at the hips. Bend the knees as much as you need to and come down as far as you comfortably can. And then inhale, slowly come on back up again. Arms come up overhead, and you're going to do that 3 times. We're just working on your hamstrings, which are located right behind your legs. So inhale, lift your rib cage up, and then exhale, palms come into the heart. Knees are nice and soft as you just push the butt back. Find a nice flat and relaxed spine. Right?
I can tell you do this more than I do.
Inhale, slowly come on up, and then exhale, release. So just coming to a nice standing posture too also helps ground your feet. So I want you to move back slightly into your heels and just notice how that feels, because a lot of us do this. This might be an exaggeration, but we're usually coming forward with our chest. So you'll notice that your breathing pattern will change a little bit when you come back into the heels a little bit more and soften the knees. It just feels nice. Your body really appreciates that your joints stacked. And this is a place of relaxation and power for the body too, and support.
Well, I would imagine that people might think that this looks a little strange, and if you're in an office where there's other people, but after you do this for a few days, don't be surprised if someone joins you.
Yes. Oh, good point.
What are you doing? And
Good
they'll
point.
join in with you.
Yes, how fun, right? You can get the whole office going.
Right, so, well.
You'll be the new yoga teacher. Well, you know, if you have lunch and you
I could do that in my office because
Yes.
nobody else is there, but I don't know that I'd feel conscious,
Yeah, exactly.
self-conscious, but.
Well, that's a good tip for anybody you know. If they sit down a lot and they have, because the psoas muscle is really interesting. It's every bit as important as any organ in your body.
Just by getting up and moving and being conscious of the movement and listening to your body and spending that time to do that,
Yes.
you will feel much better at the end of the day, which is the goal of having Susan here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Namaste Yoga, 2 Franklin Square. You have classes that people can attend
I
during
do.
the day, in the evening. You were telling, so your website is,
NamasteYogaSaratoga.com, and you spell Namaste Namaste.
I'll include that with the video as well so that people can look at it. But so you have a lot of interesting and wonderful classes for people to attend. If they have some health-related issues, you can do a private session.
Yes. Oh, thank you for mentioning
Which
that. Yes.
I know that I went to when I was having some back issues. We did a private session that was geared toward the issues that I was having, which was absolutely wonderful, but then it allowed me to get into some classes. But during the middle of the day, it's just great to be able to get out and do these, so it's wonderful that you have them. So check out the website. You have a calendar online, available
I do.
online with the available classes. You have different offers that you have every month. You have something that is a little unique. The best place to go is to the website at namasteyogasaratoga.com. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Sharon.
you being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me.